Anson rightly said, small businesses are the backbone of our economy, and their success is our success. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, and a warm welcome to all present here to the MSME Conclave 2024 on financing SME growth. Micro, small, and medium enterprises drive employment, innovation, and diversification. Yet, they face significant challenges hindering growth. This year's MSME Conclave, Financing SME Growth, will address these challenges by exploring various financing avenues to unlock SME potential. As we commence the proceedings for today, I request Ms. Pinky Mehta, President, Bombay Chamber and Director, Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance Co. Limited, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope the speakers and the panel would have another task of making you awake by exciting, the subject and all. So warm welcome to each one of you. It's my privilege and pleasure to address to this very august group. At the outset, let me brief you about the Bombay Chamber. Bombay Chamber is playing a proactive role in India's development for the last 188 years. The Chamber serves as an effective vehicle for communications between the regulatory bodies and the corporate world and the society at large. I have the privilege to mention that of its several thousands members encompassing the wide spectrum of industry houses, 1/3 present large corporations and remaining 2/3 present the SME sector. It is very interesting to note that more than a dozen of the large corporates have been our members for more than 100 years. I have a proud privilege to mention that this year's mission is an attempt to marry the rich legacy of the Chamber with the opportunities that can be unleashed in this new global world by working together as India Inc. We believe that more we come together as leaders of India Inc. and work with the government and the regulators, higher will be the value we can unlock for all of us. The collaborative development towards the Viksit Bharat theme has 4 critical aspects. First is embracing digitalizations, bringing ESG at the heart of business, fostering diversity, equity, and inclusions, and enhancing the ease of doing business. Considering the context, Bombay Chamber has undertaken a very actively engaged in activities in align with our mission, and let me tell you the few of them that what kind of activities we are doing. The Chamber's main area of operations include advocacy. In almost all the areas, both the government and as well as with the judiciary. The Chamber has many subcommittees with the eminent members who regularly interpret the new notifications, new regulations, and the laws apart from the state and annual budget. These committees take feedback from the members, make representation to the government. The Chamber also helps their members in facilitations of the business visas and issuing certificate of origin for exporters. In fact, Bombay Chamber is one of the leading organizations to issue the digital CO. The Chamber also has a labor advisory wing which plays a crucial role in the employer and employee relations, and in recent years it started a mediation wing. Bombay Chamber conducts almost 100 seminars and webinars every year. A lot of these were focused on the MSME sector. Micro, small, and medium enterprise are the backbone of economy, contributing significantly to the employment, innovations, and economic diversification. However, despite their crucial role, MSME often face with the substantial challenges in accessing the adequate and timely finance, which limits their potential for the growth and expansion. In recognition of this challenge, this year MSME Conclave is themed as Financing SME Growth. This conclave aims to provide valuable insights into the various financing avenues that can foster the growth and expansion of MSME. We have a high-powered panel of experts to share their views on the export-import financing for MSME and financing through NBFC. We are honored to have Mr. Nilesh Shah, Group President and MD Kotak Mahindra AMC, and Shri Dipendra Singh Kushwaha, IS Development Commissioner Industries, Government of Maharashtra, to share their insight with us. This conclave is empower MSME by providing knowledge, resources, and support necessary to navigate to the challenges of business growth, talent management, financing, and internationalizations. Through collaborations and thoughtful exchange, we believe MSME can harness these opportunities to drive sustainable development and significantly contribute to the nation's economic growth. I thank each one of you again for the time which you have taken out from a busy schedule and joining us today, and request each one of you to have an interactive sections and make an optimal benefit of the sessions. Now, without any further ado, I invite Mr. Rajan Raje to set the theme for the conclave. Thank you.
Thank you, Pinky, and everyone present here. Nilesh Bhai, thank you for taking out time to encourage the entire MSME community, I would say. So, as Pinky has said, that see, ultimately we all know that MSME is the backbone of Indian economy, highest employment generator, which is very, very important, but lacks the professionalism and lacks the resources, and the resources can be all types. The government has realized this, and you would have seen that the last budget, lot of new initiatives to strengthen the MSME were initiated by the central government. Some of them are like new credit guarantee scheme, improved credit assessment, help for stressed MSMEs, which was overdue. Then Mudra loan limit increased, expansion of TRADS platform, enhanced SIDBI presence, new branches in MSME clusters of SIDBI, food irradiation units all over, and boost for international sale. And that's what we are going to hear all about today. The SME sector has to think big. They have explored export market in a systematic way. As we all know, availability of timely and right credit has always been a challenge for SMEs. Bombay Chamber's today's enclave is an effort to educate the SME how they can make efforts to avail the export credit. We have strategically arranged experts from the banks, which is a formal credit, who will offer the credit and that we have been actually availing, and the NBFCs who are more aggressive and can offer alternate credit for the exports. But a word of caution here, because I'm a MSME stakeholder myself. The credit availability largely depends on your own character, own 3 C's, as I have been hearing from all the bankers: cash flow, character, and collateral. And these are the 3 C's which all of us have to be very careful about. So there is a need to be a professional and effective operator. I'm sure all of you will enjoy both the sessions and the takeaways will be good. Thank you very much and enjoy.
Sir, it is our privilege to have Mr. Nilesh Shah, Group President and MD Kotak Mahindra AMC, with us to deliver the keynote address. Mr. Nilesh Shah is Managing Director of Kotak AMC. Mr. Shah led his team to the Best Fund House of the Year award at all the mutual funds where he has worked, such as Kotak, ICICI Prudential, and Franklin Templeton Mutual Fund. He's a part-time member of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister and a part-time member of the Unique Identification Authority of India. He's a member of the Board of Association of Mutual Funds in India and a member of Kotak Committee of SEBI. May I now request Mr. Shah to kindly deliver the keynote address. Thank you, sir.
Pinky, Rajan Bhai, Sandeep, and ladies and gentlemen. Small and medium enterprises are backbone of our economy in terms of export potential, job creation. They truly form an important part of our segment. with resources, they'll be able to grow at a faster pace. There is no doubt about it. Resources could be in three forms: equity, debt, or maize or hybrid. If you look at the SME exchange, you have seen how two-dealer workshop of Yamaha raises 4,700 crore. And they just needed 12 crore. So at least Rajan bhai, on equity side now we seem to have solved the problem. And if there are any SME entrepreneur who wants to run from this meeting so that he can prepare for SME IPO, I wouldn't mind. In fact, I will encourage them to take advantage of this opportunity, as this window may not last long. But limited point, SME exchange does provide an opportunity to raise capital. Market may not remain as excessive and easy as it is today, but for good companies at good valuation, there will be always a demand. And I think, unlike in the 90s when we launched SME exchange under a company called Over-the-Counter Exchange of India, this experience will be different. Forget the companies listed on OTCI. OTCI itself went shut down. So this time it will be different, and equity will be available on SME exchange. But not many people would like to dilute. So let me come to what will be available on the debt side and the maize side. The definition of banker is one which provides umbrella when it is not raining, and one which demands it back as soon as it starts raining. Well, that's the nature of banker. Banking is a very, very tough business, where in order to earn 2 rupee, you take risk of 100 rupee. They have no option but to ensure that principal should come back under any circumstances. How do we convince bankers and lenders that SME is a safe option to lend? Couple of models which have worked extremely well. One is the Morbi model. It was a town devastated by flood when the Machu Dam broke. Entire town was finished, and people rebuilt their life by making tiles, as clay was available nearby in a place called Than. The whole business was on small and medium enterprise basis. Most of the business was in black cash, parallel economy. They were buying coal mostly in black market, buying clay in black market and selling tiles in black market without worrying about quality, without worrying about payment of taxes, and even without worrying about pollution by burning coal. One fine day, Gujarat High Court came and banned usage of coal in Morbi tile industry. They had to shift to natural gas, which was not available in black market. And tax authorities were smart enough to recognize that if you are consuming so much calorific value of energy, this is the kind of production you will have of tiles. The whole thing shifted from below the radar onto the radar, behind the curtain, onto the stage. And this tiles company came together to create scale. They came together to create quality. They came together to create designs. Today, when you visit Morbi, it's a fairly large industry with a couple of companies listed on exchange. Their export turnover is of about $2 billion of tiles, and anyway, this will supply most of the tiles used in our houses. It's a prosperous town. This whole below the radar to on the radar transition and focusing on design, quality, and scale gave them such competitiveness that today they are competing with China, with Chinese makers in Middle East as well as Europe. Design studios in Italy are owned by Morbi Tiles Maker. This is one model available for SMEs. Don't arbitrage taxes. Go for scale, quality, and competitiveness. If Morbi tile manufacturers can do it, I'm sure it's possible in other industry. The second one is the Tirupur. And time and again we read in newspaper, Tirupur is going through crisis. But we never hear in newspaper, Tirupur is doing well. Now, if they were jumping from one crisis to another, at some point of time they should have shut down, but that has not happened. So, ignore the media messages. Tirupur has done reasonably well. They can certainly do even better with crisis in Bangladesh. But what have they done remarkably well is that they have retained the efficiency of small and medium enterprises from a cost point of view and yet created benefits of scale. Their entire cotton buying happens as one unit, albeit supported by multiple small enterprises down below. The branding is done at industry association level. There is no poaching agreement, so one doesn't recruit from other competitors. The advertising marketing also happens on a collective basis. Effectively, they have created a large, powerful industry association which does common raw material purchase, common branding, common marketing, common advertising, common pollution management, no poaching agreement, and at the same time, manufacturing happens on a small and medium enterprises basis. Undoubtedly, textile is a cyclical business, goes up and down with cotton prices as well as consumer sentiment. But so far, Tirupur has done extremely well in knitted garments. This is another model available where you bring industry association to create common synergies and yet retain cost competitiveness of small and medium enterprises. The third model available, we can't call it small and medium enterprises segment, but I'm sure someone in small and medium enterprises can copy is Amul. Millions of farmers having one cattle producing few liters of milk is delivering today the largest FMCG company in India and the highest milk producer in the world. The transition of India from importing milk to becoming the largest milk producer in the world is courtesy Amul. Millions of farmers have come together to create a model which now aims to become the largest FMCG company of the world by 2047. Whether they achieve or not, who knows? But at least there is one company in India which is aiming to be bigger than Unilever PLC by 2047. You can't take Amul lightly because they have become world's largest milk producer. Who knows, one day they'll become world's largest FMCG company in front of our eyes. So between Morbi, Tirupur and Amul, there are models available for SME businesses to strengthen their industry, strengthen their balance sheet so that lenders will get confidence to lend. The other big thing which will come handy for small and medium enterprises is RBI's latest initiative. Like UPI, they are creating a system which will be able to provide information and details about small and medium enterprises and borrowers for instant verification, and that will shorten the credit appraisal cycle significantly. This again is a great revolution. Obviously, one will have to say how it gets executed on ground. But if you look at UPI, there's no doubt in my mind that it will be as successful. The point is, if you put garbage in, you will get garbage out. If your business is going to be below the radar, in black, in cash, you're not going to get credit appraisal points. But if your business is in white, where you are paying fair share of taxes, undoubtedly, you will also be able to access capital. You'll also be able to access borrowing. One more suggestion which I had given, and I was not appreciated for that, was when I had given an appearance at Pinya Industrial Estate. It's one of the largest industrial estate in Bangalore. And many of the SME entrepreneurs were saying that, we are such an important part of the economy. And why does your bank not give us financing at concessional rates? We play such an important role. Now, banks are not in the business of charity. So I put the ball back in their court saying that, cost will come down for everyone if the perception of NPA also falls down. So let me put a proposal to you. All of you come together to guarantee each other's borrowing. If it can happen in microfinance, why can't it happen in Pinya Industrial Estate? You know what your members are capable of. You know how much of them is in cash, how much of that is in white. And collectively, you take the responsibility of borrowing by Pinya Industrial Estate. And if that results into reduction in NPA, undoubtedly there will be reduction in cost of borrowing. Unfortunately, so far none of them have reverted back to me. Please remember, there's no free lunch. Risk and return go hand in hand. And bankers, by definition, being a leveraged entity, will have to apply high credit quality standards. Unless we leverage technology, unless we create structure where repayment of principal is reasonable, the cost is unlikely to come down. During COVID, we saw how credit guarantee scheme can work. Now, in crisis, government provided credit guarantee. But in a normal time, peace time, can the industry association provide credit guarantee? In one of the city, I think it is Rajkot, where trader association came together to ensure that their members will pay GST appropriately. And if any member is found shortchanging GST, he'll be or she will be debarred from the association. Straightway, the confidence of tax authorities on their members increased, harassment reduced. Now, can this model be replicated across the country, where not only industry association take responsibility for behavior of their members in terms of tax payment and compliance, but also ensuring that they'll pay the principal on time, they will service their debt on the time, undoubtedly cost will come down. So there is an opportunity in today's India where, fortunately for us, debt, equity, maize, all are available. This could result into necessary resources which will be needed for creating growth, for creating better future. I hope and pray that this MSME Conclave comes out with such kind of solutions which then collectively we can forward to the authorities and work with them so that some of this gets implemented and helps in improving ease of doing business for our members. Thank you very much.
Mehta and our Director General, Mr. Sandeep Khosla, to kindly present a memento to our keynote speaker. Mr. Nilesh Shah, please.